Thokozani. Siyabusela kini Dindlondlo, siyabusela kini madlodla amakhulu. My name is Ukuthwasa Nhlengethwa, or Ukuthwasa Stewart. My Lozi's name is Gogo Simenjalo. Ngiyanivusela ke bogogo nani nabomkhulu nani nonke lenihamba kule ndlela. I know that I have gotten requests to speak a lot more English. Believe me, I really would love to. Before all of this, my life changed. I actually used to speak good English and a lot of it. But things have happened, things have changed, and I find myself expressing better in and preferring to use my language, Thokoza, which is Siswati. So Thokozani, please bear with me as I try to be as clear as possible. Ngicela at this point to introduce Umkhulu Themba Silinza to the live. He is here. I can see him. Umkhulu siyabonga kakhulu kusithanza nethanda sive. Enough nekulalela idlodi lakho kuchuba umsebenzi lothunywe wona nawe. Siyabonga mkhulu ukuthi ubethatha lesikhathi sekuba ngithishela lapha ka-Afro Service. Thokoza Khehla.
Thokoza.
Ninjani mkhulu?
Hayi siyaphila siyavuka nini njani?
Siyaphila. Ngiyajabula ukuthi kuhle. Namhla siyavana. Everything is just smooth. Thank you, and I like your shirt. Thokoza Khehla.
Thokoza.
Vusela mkhulu. Vusela cala Khehla bese seyasho ngindaba sengiyasho ukuthi sitawukhuluma ngani namuhla.
Ngiyabingelela nami ngiyathokozisa bonke labalaleli nababhekile. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi sitawungena sikhulume ngalesihloko. Sibone ukuthi sikhuluma ngaso sifinyelela kuphi. Namuhla lesihloko lesi sikhuluma ngendaba yokuthwasa lenzaba libalekile kangaka. Thokoza.
Itolo bese sicalile ke we were going to talk about what ukuthwasa means. We were going to also look into who actually gets to twasa or who gets called to twasa. We were also going to look at who the gift givers are, and do they all need for us to twasa? So that was another thing that we were going to look at. Is it possible that you get gifts, spiritual gifts, or you're gifted by your people, but that does not necessarily mean you need to twasa? Another question, if sikhona, because already this is big, the three questions are really quite broad. If we're able to cover that in time, we're also going to talk of the different kinds of healers. I also mentioned Nyangwabe, sorry, I spoke of Nyangwabe as well. Yes. Nyangwabe. Yes, kuthi Nyangwabe umuntu lonjani, kuthi ngekelani nerole yakhe. But asiqale la kuthwaseni Khehla. Mangabe sithola isikhathi sitawufika lapho.
Siqalele ukuthi ngibani lo uthwasako.
Thokoza mkhulu.
Okay, indzaba yokuthwasa umuntu nangabe kumele athwase lidlodi udalwa nayo. Kusho ukuthi akubi into le ngoba yabona kunekuthwasa kunekuthwala. Lamagama lawo acisha afane kodwa into letahlukene lethu. Uyabona ukuthwala ngilekhathi sowulanza umoya lotsite longekho kuwe ufaka ukuthi ube khona kuwe. So when you take a spirit from outside and then you want that spirit to work within you, that one is more equivalent to ukuthwala. But ukuthwasa, the spirit, you are born with the spirit. And then when you are born with the spirit itself sinendlela yokudevelopa la kuwe until sibe ready ukuthi manje wena sewungathwasa. It depends from one person to another ukuthi singathatha how long the spirit ukuthi sifike la ku development ukuthi manje sekumele wena uhambe uye ephehlweni. Obvious uma ngabe sesifuna ukuye ephehlweni ngilekhathi sesicala sesibonakalisa sesenda something labanye sebangashawa inhloko emaphupho abo into letiningi setivela letinto ngoba sekufike lesikhathi lapho khona sekumele lo muntu ukuthi ayothwasa. Kukhona ukuthi umuntu abe naso spirit lesekuthi angathwasa kule mimoya lesithwasa kuwo, yabo, ngoba angithi noma lento siyithatha sihlanganisa ibe into linye, kodwa na kunemathongo laba lesithi ngemathongo laba labangasekho bese sekuba nemadlozi. Esikhathi esiningi yebo siyakupackager kanye sikuhlanganise kube into leyi-one, kodwa eqinisweni kona kuhlukile, kunendlela yakhona ngendlela lekungakhona, ngoba kunemimoya lesithwasela kuyo. Yabona njengoba uva abantu bakhuluma ngemndawo mhlawumbe, uma ngabe unalo moya, lo moya utalwa ukhona vele la kuwe, kepha akusho ukuthi ungathwasa usesemncane ngaleso sikhathi leso, kepha kuyadependa ukuthi la kuwe lo moya utawuba matured nini kwekuthi ungalungela ukuthi manje so ungahamba uyoshayelwa uyothwasa. Lesi sikhathi lo munye abe nawo lo moya kuze kufike isikhathi futhi nje aze ashone kungakabi nesidingo lesingako ukuthi ayothwasa. And uthola ukuthi kodwa abantu bakhe, ngoba lo moya utawusuka kuye uye kubantu bakhe bona angeke basaba nale chance yokuthi bona bagcine bangayanga kuyothwasa. Kungako
lapho ke mkhulu mawuthi usitelo lo moya umuntu otawuthwasa utalwa anawo lo moya, but lo uthi manje lo umuntu mangabe angathwasi kungafiki lesikhathi azashona lo moya ongakadevelop, bantu bakhe utawukhanza sengibo labathwasayo babe batshelwe naweni lo moya noma vele uyasuka la uyakhwesha la kumake noma kubabe bese sowelele emfaneni.
Batalwa nawo lo moya, uba la kubo lo moya nabatalwa umuntu nje nangabe atothwasa umoya utalwa nawo vele. Ungasuka la kumama ungene uyalento ifana nani, ifana le moya icishe ifana netifo. Uyabona sifo uthola ukuthi kubathi sifo si-hereditary, ukuthi utalwa naso lesifo sila kuwe. Lesi sikhathi ungatalwa nesifo lesithile but sithatha isikhathi ukuthi sibonakale ukuthi sikhona la kuwe, bese siyamanifesta ezukhula ukuthi hawu naye unalesifo lesile sihlupha mama wakhe, sesiyamanifesta nawo lo moya utalwa nawo, kodwa na bese kuthi ngekuhamba kwesikhathi ke suyamanifesta ke suyadiveta, suyatibonakalisa ke lo moya ukuthi wona ukhona la kuwe, uyadiveta kancane uyadiveta, so yahamba yabonakala ukuthi hayi leti mpawu takhona. Kodwa uma ngabe unebatali labachumene kahle bayakhona
let me ask you ukuthi we are really, you and I are just speaking Siswati, basicela lana ukuthi let's try to include these others who do not understand our language.
Yeah, no, okay, we'll try our best. It's that when you talk about these things, most of them, there are things that are more traditional. Some they don't even have good words. Yeah, English when it comes to them, you see. So sometimes if you have got parents who are spiritually connected, they will easily identify you since from birth that this child is not different, has got a calling of some sort. Because especially in a family where they are connected, sometimes they go for divination, they go for all these things, and then they will be told, no, you have got a child who has got a calling, see. And at the end of the day, when the child has grown up, there will be a need for the child to be initiated. But when the spirit within the child is ready for initiation, because you can have the spirit, but find that the spirit is not ready for initiation. So because you must go for ukuthwasa when the spirit with you is ready for that. You see, there are people who find that they will go. You will go for divination. They will tell you you have the spirit. Then you just go there. That's why most of the time, if the spirit is not ready, it's not easy even to be shown a place where you are supposed to go for initiation, because the spirit is not yet ready. But when the spirit is fully matured and fully ready for it, the spirit definitely will show you where you must go to be initiated. But if you are not ready, the spirit normally won't show, though it will depend to the type of the spirit. For example, if you have got inzuza won't show you a place where you are supposed to go to be initiated. The reason being it won't show you the place to be initiated is because that's a pure spirit water. In fact, people with inzuza are supposed to be initiated under the water. So the only place it can show you is under the water. So if you have it, it will give you those troubles. Sometimes you'll feel like you have to run. A person will be like, some people, they can even, who have got inzuza, they can be said they are mentally sick or something. They can come with all this terminology, Western terminology to them, because those signs will manifest. Sometimes they feel like they can just run. They can walk up during the night. It's because the spirit wants to take them to the water. So then, in that regard, especially because during these days, it's not recommended for people to go and be initiated or ukuthwasa under the water, because our families are not clued up of what things need to be done for a person who have been taken by inzuza. So if these days you are taken by inzuza, most probably you will die. And then most probably you won't even come back. You will ukuthwasa below the water and not come back as a person. And then your spirit will only come back to your children if you have left your children, so that they will also be called to be initiated again into that spirit. But the bottom line is that a person who must go a patron is a person whom the spirit within, it's now ready. Because there's a time where you can be ready. You know, people who know, like for me, in my case, I'm able to say a person when spirit is ready for initiation. I can say a person, when I stay with a person, I can quickly see that, no, this person now is ready for initiation. You can feel the sign, you can see some people, they will even have continuous headache. You see, then you see that this spirit now, it's ready for initiation. If that person doesn't shine, iliyokhuphuka idlozi noma kanjani.
So yeah. What you're actually saying is that if you're still dreaming, you're getting the dreams, and you're being told, also you're being told by diviners that you visit that you need to ukuthwasa, that the time now for you to ukuthwasa has arrived. Do you mean you are actually saying to us now, I'm taking what you're saying to us to mean that when you are ready, when your spirit is ready within you, you will know yourself. You will not need to be told by others. You also will not need to go looking for a gobela, because when the spirit is mature, it will send you to the place that you're supposed to go and mature yourself.
Yes, definitely it will. You see, the challenge these days, you see, when you talk about emaphehlo, they have become like a business. So because they've become like a business, you see, in a business, sometimes you can have some muti that you use to call customers. And some of those mutis can even induce some false dreams to other people, so that those people will see that place as the one that is correct for them to go for ukuthwasa. So then you find out those people, they say, I dreamt about this place, but at the end of the day, it didn't work in that place. That person must be initiated again, because that thing was induced by other mutis. You see, some you can go them to them to consult, and they see that, okay, this person has got idlos. This person in Mele Abe initiated. But now you find Uti, but the spirit is not yet fully matured. They will see that we have got but you find that it's not yet fully matured for initiation. That's why sometimes even if it's not fully matured, you can twasa and still not heal anything at the end of the day. Yeah, you twasa and it just becomes like a trophy that you sit in a cabinet. You have got your own indumba, and then but no one even will come because Lidlozi is the one which supposed to bring people to be for healing. You see? Yeah, yeah.
But now we can get people to come to look for a healing through just social media, through advertising, through a whole lot of ways, to understand. So things have kind of changed, and the way that people find and look for their spiritual teachers and leaders and guides has changed from being inward led, from being spirit led, to being led by all sorts of things. It's what we are doing now, ukuthwasa, is the same way that we go to the supermarkets or the way we buy our clothes. We look at our favorite shops and we look at the brands that we identify with, and that is what we buy. And this is what is happening with the way that people are getting initiated or finding their places of initiation, and also picking and choosing as well as to what it is that they are actually going to twasa. I'm with you that it's actually become very tricky. So umoya, what you're talking about is wait for umoya to be ready. Wait for umoya to actually direct you. If it is not directing you, or if it has not directed you as to where you are actually going to go to initiate, then you are not ready, or then it is not ready. Are we?
Yeah. In that you are normally it's fine that you are not ready. You see, and people whom like now, as you say, that you can advertise for people to come for healing. The difficult about this is that those people, most of them, they won't get healed. You know, people who are brought to you by idlozi to heal them, they will definitely be healed. Because I have checked, most people who come to me because they're brought by idlozi, will even tell me what muti am I going to use for this person to be healed. When this person come, by the time that person come, sometimes I want what must I do? Those will tell me what to mix, and I will just mix and mix. Sometimes I'll mix a unique muti that I've never mixed for anyone before, and it will work. The person will be healed because the person was directed to me by idlozi. You see, because it is idlozi that's supposed to bring people to us. Because the main purpose for ukuthwasa is to heal people in different ways. It's, you see, unless if, especially most people is that they go to ukuthwasa when the idlozi was not ready, was not fully matured within them, so that it can start now to do the work. You see.
So good. So what signs, while we're on that topic, is what signs would you say people should look out for that would indicate a readiness? Pande Goguti, you actually now get shown to actually where you are supposed to go in Twasa. What signs indicate a readiness for Twasa? And this is not only just for the people still needing to Twasa, but for also the Gobelas themselves. But what signs what do they look out for to see or to identify that this one now is ready? This lozi is mature and this one can be twasitosad, or this one can just be treated and sent back home until such a time comes that their spirit is ready.
You know, when it is ready, there are so many things that will happen. Even to the person who has got idlozi will feel, because there will be no peace in that person. Once idlozi is now ready, you won't have peace in anything that you are doing, whether at your work, whether in your relationship, wherever you are. There will be no peace. There will be headaches. There will be dreams. And sometimes little boboga on its own. I don't know boboga, how do we call it? Because we might call it, but sometimes little boboga. And then the people around you then can talk to it and feel good. No, this idlozi now is ready for work. Because it is
in the spiritual language.
You know, there are people I know labayi bathwasile. I would ask them, bakushayela uma ufika. Labhoboka idlozi. Azange libhoboka lo muntu wathwasa wazwaqeda nya, mara idlozi azange libhoboka. Because it's very important to libhoboke. Because even ugobela uma akuthwasisa, he has to follow from the steps of idlozi lakho. And uma ngabe ledlozi lakho lingakhulumi, lingabhoboki, libathe liyaphehlwa. Yabo njengoba bathi kusephehlweni. Libathe liyaphehlwa, but alibhoboki likhulume. It's gonna be difficult even for yena ugobela, because then after that, which means he will follow a logic now, ukuthwasisa.
Follow a script.
Yeah, a script. Okay, I know now. It will be like experience how I do this now, and this person Nagapuma coming out from there would not be because if ugo patients we say uyokhulisa idlozi, which means the idlozi, the spirit within you, hilo that must be developed. Uma abe udla emagobongo udlela the idlozi inside you. You are developing lona, so that lona within you reaches. That's why each and every spirit linempande yalo. Yabo, like I will make an example. You know, when someone has got inzuza, when someone has got inzuza, obviously the trees for inzuza, you will find them. If wakalkobongo, you will only find them inside the water, because it's a water spirit. It's the spirit where is a tree which is also used to eat. The used to eat those types of trees. You see, that's why most of the trees, even the trees for Undawe, most of them you will find where the bandawes are mostly situated. That's why you will find most of the trees for that particular spirit. You see, the way it's because I know some people they differ on this, that spirits they go.
Something happened. Your sound has let me see. Say that again. I'm cool. Okay. I was thinking that something had happened and your sound had actually gone down. Because let's look at the gift givers at this point. Are you ready to talk on the gift givers? Who actually the sound is wrong.
Yeah.
Who gives the gift?
No, we inherit them from our ancestors, from Monemadlotet. They are the one whom we inherit Enebona. Yibo who chooses you from birth. Sometimes you can say even before you were born, because they knew which way you would be like this. Because Yabona Tinewi Edlozin Umtwana is considered in the moment you are conceived. Already we take it serious as a child, which things have already started. Because a child we see po esivela emadlozini. Kungako qala kwakuthiwa uma ngabe umntwana azelwe, when a child is born they will even go and seek who has reincarnated. Because we know that people can reincarnate. So they used to give a name just in line of the person who has reincarnated through the child. And most of the time, those people who have reincarnated in their form, even the spirits which were working within them will be available in you, so that you can go and proceed from where they have left, you see. Because it was once laba khona ekhaya. Because how do we get a madlo? You see, people who bring new spirits ekhaya, at the most abomama. They're the one who brings new spirits Yeah.
It makes sense because babuye emakibo, ne?
Yeah, because they come from their family. You see, because when we marry, we also marry the spirits that are in you. You see, and those spirits now will be part of our family, and they will be within our generation. Because let's remember one thing: when we talk about Bokoko, we talk about people who are not of our same surname. We talk about people who come from Emizini Yagubo and be joined in our families. And those people, when they come, this Abokoko, they come with the difference. Someone can come with Ebalozi, someone can come with Umdawe, someone can come with, you see, they will always come with different spirits, you see. That's why sometimes they used to avoid to take people from very far, because they were afraid of the spirits, that some they might come with spirits that are not known. And when those spirits now, they want to work, we don't even know how to deal with those spirits. Like, for example, I've seen places where they've got Umdawe, and those people, they are not able how to deal with Umdawe correctly, because the spirit Umdawe, it's foreign to them. But if the spirit is there within their family, it happens in one way or another through intermarriage or whatsoever, and the spirit was there in the family, but now they are not able to deal, because you can see Umdawe has got its own language at the end of the day, because every spirit has got its own impande, its own nationality, its own language. Yeah, their language, their songs. That's why once you are fully qualified for Umdawe, at other stage, you would have to know a little bit of Isindawe. You have got no choice, because when you start going to Femba, then you will have to invoke that spirit. And that spirit, when it comes, you see, it will come in that very same format, in the very same language. So, and even when you're singing the songs of invoking the spirit, you can't easily invoke Umdawe with a Nguni song. You need a Isindawe song. You invoke Umdawe. You see, so that's why this spirit, you find that it's difficult for other people to master them, because to them, at the end of the day, they are within them, but the originality of those spirits, they are foreign to them at the end of the day. And to deal with those spirits, it becomes very difficult for them. As I've mentioned, Umdawe, it's the most misunderstood spirit, and one of the most misunderstood. And unfortunately, several people have that spirit, but it's mostly misunderstood.
So what you're actually saying, in essence, is that we get gifts from. No, now it's my end that is not okay. Please hold, Kesha. Please hold. It's your side is fine. It's my side that is not doing all right. The sound.
Oh, okay. So you're okay now.
So goes okay. Yes. Now you can actually hear me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Mm.
No. Okay. Anyway, we're speaking of foreign spirits. But as long as the spirit is not of the immediate family, it then becomes a foreign spirit. So it comes also, it brings me back to how we are said to belong to our father's people as opposed to our mothers, because now it's foreign because it's coming with our mothers into the family. Yes. That is what makes it foreign. Okay. Yeah. So what we're also coming down to is that foreign spirits are more than just the Ndao spirits. Foreign spirits are any spirits that come from, in this case, through marriage, through the meeting of two people from different cultures, from different backgrounds, from different lineages. That already now. So if I marry Sutu, for instance, if I had married Sutu,
Yeah.
And now I have a Sutu husband, and he has the Sutu spirit. That spirit is foreign to me, right?
Yeah, it will be foreign
fall
to you.
under the banner, a particular banner.
Yeah. But in that home, that spirit, it's not foreign, because you leave your home there, and then you come to that Sutu. You find them with the most common spirit, like in Basutu, is Balos. That's normally found among them. Maybe you find them, they've got the Balozi within them. And then you come maybe with your Mdawe or Mguni. It will be yours that it's a foreigner, because you are joining this family now. You are becoming part of this family. So as you are joining your family, yes. And again, which you must know, that's why marriage in Africa, it's so sacred. You remember that there's so much process that you, as a wife, you are grafted inside the family. That's why you go to the crawl, you spear,
Exactly.
you see, you are grafted. And if we find that you have got issues, we will pay a bright price for you, and we also pay a bright price for the spirit. Which means ilidlozi liyalotsholwa. Silobola angithi uma wena sikulobola ungumfazi, sikulobola ukuthi soyoba ingcenye yala ekhaya. You will be part of this home. Very same now with the spirit. Siyalilobola ukuthi become part of this family now. And once now it's part of the family, it was a foreign spirit, but it's no longer foreign, because now it is part of us. And it will now work within the family now. And some of the children now will also have, your grandchildren will have the spirit. And then hey, this used to be a spirit, but now it's part of us here in the family. It will now go from generation to generation, generation to generation. We accepted the spirit. We lobola the spirit. You see, we have done that. We pay lobola for the spirit. The spirit now, it's within us. It lives among us. And the spirit now is part of the family now within us. That's why marriage in Africa is too deeper, because we know that there are even spirits. It's not just, that's why we say there is no divorce, because there are so much that is being joined there. Now, you came with your spirit, we have been joined. See, there's so many things that have been joined.
And it's children have been born, yeah?
Children have been born. So now, how do you separate? Because those, it's not easy now to do a separation for those people, because there are so many things that have been joined together. We have accepted your spirit. We have accepted you. There are so many things that you come with that have been accepted within the family to be part of the family. So we marry the person together with the spirit of that person. So, and that person, now spirit will eventually work inside the home. And then when it works inside the home, then they will say, no, this spirit is gogo. Because normally spirits are not inherited like spirit is gogo can be inherited by the grandchildren, not the child there.
Okay.
It goes to the grandchildren. That's why even noma uphahla umuntu do bantu bayakwenza, umuntu akaphahli kubazali bakhe. You see, awuphahli kubazali bakho. You phahla gogo nabomkhulu. Those are the people phahla kubo, hayi kubazali bakho. Yabo. So mangabe banedlozi lebe banalo, lelidlozi labo will manifest to the grandchildren. Lalo bonakala khona kuma grandchildren ukuthi oh, but yibo labatawuvuka babe nelidlozi la gogo, ba inherited from idlozi la gogo, because the grandchildren, not the immediate children. Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you're not you're not going to meet those people in your dreams. Those people are still your ancestors, right?
You mean your parents?
Now we're talking about your parents. You will meet them in your dreams. It goes back to where you were talking, when you started, you said there's a difference between itongo and dlozi, and how people always mix the two and use the two interchangeably, which in fact they are not. I think this is what this brings me to.
Yeah, those two, they are different, because uma ngabe sikhuluma ngothonga, ngemathonga kakhulu suke sikhuluma ngalaba labalele, laba labangasekho, those who have passed on. Those people are mathonga. But when we talk about idlozi, normally we're speaking of the spirit that was working in those people. Particularly when we talk of umnguni, lelo say idlozi. But now, if umuntu I've got idlozi liga gogo, if gogo had umnguni, ugogo in fact, it's not, you are not possessed by your gogo as such. Your gogo will remain there as an ancestor. You are possessed by the spirit that was in your gogo. Because once the spirit there that your gogo had is the one that has possessed you, but not literally that your gogo has possessed you. That's why your gogo will remain there like all other ancestors as being an ancestors. But now what is happening is that the spirit that is in you is the same spirit that was in gogo. And because the spirit was in gogo, it makes you to have more connection with ugogo, because he understands the spirit very well, and he is the one who has chosen you to have that particular spirit. So your connection with ugogo will be more better even than the others, because of this. You are using the very same spirit that was in gogo, but it's not that gogo has possessed you. No, it's a different ball game. Gogo is still there like all other ancestors, but now it is a spirit that we welcomed here at home, that we pay a price for. It is that spirit now that has taken over and possesses you, so that now you go for initiation. But it's not ugogo as such.
Togo.
Yeah.
And now, speaking of Bokoko and the spirit that actually possesses you, there's been a number of questions about how Ugoko, how you can be, how you can go twasa, or how you can be possessed by idlozi, liga Goko, who you actually met, who died when you're already alive, when you were already born. So that brings us to another question, another point. Is is that possible that, okay, we'll discount your parents already, you've covered that. So you will not be possessed by you will not twasa idlozi of a parent, but you can twasa of a gogo. And you can twasa, can you now twasa idlozi of a gogo that you actually met?
Yeah, but the spirit, the idlozi can be in your parent, dormant in your parent, so then manifested you for ukuthwasa in you. I don't know you understand my point.
Yeah,
Let me Gogo had the idlozi, but the child of Gogo, the spirit is there, but it's dormant, not in a way that it's ready for ukuthwasa. Then that child transferred the spirit to you, and when it comes to you, now it becomes at certain age, then it becomes ready, maybe 20 or something, becomes ready, then that now you must go for initiation now. Now it's ready, then it can even now start giving you problems, troubling you, coming with all sorts of things, some of the things that we have mentioned. Yeah, I don't know if I understand it. Yeah.
No, you actually explained it very clearly. I'm actually hoping that the people that actually ask those questions are noting, because the answers are coming not just from what you say to answer the questions. It's a whole broad topic. From what you're speaking about, where you started explaining, you already actually had explained that. So we just need to be listening and be able to catch the answers to our questions, or the questions that we have while you are teaching, in your teaching, sir.
Yeah.
Togoza Mkhulu.
Togoza.
You've actually also addressed, Guti, which was a question that was there, is why some people twasa and practice and others do not. You have addressed that one. If people are listening, that one will be it's in there already in the teaching that you gave.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah.
It's also about the spirit and the maturity of the spirit. It was yes, where you ready, was your spirit mature? So if you went to twice and your spirit was not mature, you will not be practice. You will find that you do not practice because the spirit was not mature.
Yeah, the spirit was not ready to go for initiation by the time, you see.
So
But obvious, sometimes you go to a sangoma, will tell you that you have got the spirit, is there. And then they encourage you to go for ukuthwasa, yet you are not ready for that. And then now you go there, we are ukuthwasa because they have told you, possible now, they wanted, because sometimes it's become a business. They wanted, so that they wanted you, and maybe you go to them, you are being initiated, and after you come back to initiation, nothing happened. And at times, some of those people, when you, bashayelo, alvam nekboboga idlozi. Yeah, alvam nekboboga naba bashayelo idlozi ngoba alikabi matured for that.
Which also answers the question. There's a question here that says, is it a must? Is it imperative that people go? Is initiation imperative, or is it a must that people go for initiation? There's a question there now that came up, and I think Ukulu answered it. If you go back, okay, let me leave that to you, Ukulu. Answer that question, please.
Which one?
Is it a must for people to go in Twasa?
Yeah, it's a must. If you are ready, it's a must.
The spirit is ready.
Yeah, you have got no choice. You know, the other thing that
is matured.
Yeah, the other thing that I like to mention, in fact, it was supposed to be, a person is not supposed to go for initiation before can undergo a process of gufemba. Because, you know, through gufemba, it's where the spirit within you.
Please explain gufemba first, Mkulu, before you go into it. For those that do not know what gufemba is, somebody already asked that.
Yeah, in fact, gufemba, it's a process that is done by people with inzuza or umdawe. It's a process where they will take your spirit. They will raise someone from your spirit. They will raise someone from your spirit to come and talk. They will raise someone from your spirit to come and talk to you and tell you what they need. And through that process, they will be able to even clarify the types of spirits that are within you. And because there are some people whom you think they have got idlos for ukuthwaselo, but you find out it's not idlos as such. Some people, they have got umfukwa or umdliwa, which pretend as if idlozi within them. So within that time, the person now will go for initiation. So it must be clarified. You mean the person must be purified. Because kufemba, it's like they cleanse you and separate a good spirit and an evil spirit within you. Because some people will find that it's not a good spirit. There's an encroachment of a certain evil idlozi. Kunemadlozi amabi lafuna kulahlwa. And then those madlozi lamabi lafuna kulahlwa. And then uthola ukuthi wena suyalithwasela lelo dlozi lelo. Uthwasela lelo dlozi lelo ngoba you were not told ukuthi what spirits are within you. So in that, it's very important that you undergo the process so that they will check and clear up all the spirits that are within you. And because from Gufemba, you are supposed to come back knowing exactly what type of idlos you have, where does it come from? Is it coming from your mother's side? Is this coming from your father's side? Because during that process, there is a representative from Bokoko Bako, from your mother's side, or Bomkulu, who will come and speak to you. There's also a representative from your father's side who will also come and address you, and you can also talk to them back and ask questions. And during Gufemba, there are also spirits, even a theology can come and speak during Gufemba and speak any evil spirit can come, and some spirit that are like ingwenze can also come and talk to you during the period of Gufemba, and then you will know how are you going to address ingwenze, which is also it's a family spirit, but it's a very stubborn family spirit that troubles people. That's why some people umaba enyangeni lengakwazi kubona kahle ithi banesilwane kanti abanaso silwane. Uzogeza uhlabe inkukhu bakugeze emfuleni bakuyise entabeni egangeni, but still you will remain in that particular way. And then some people, they say you have got a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. I'm telling you, you will go all inyanga killing gods, chicken, but you will never remove that. You see, so Kupemba will be a solution. So that's why I say it's very important that before you go for initiation, you undergo the process of Ufemba, so that during that process, they will clarify exactly how your spirit are. And then during that process, they will even tell you how ready is your spirit. If your spirit is ready for initiation, they will tell you that no. This spirit now it can even harm you, because if you are stubborn, again, as we asked the question that is it important for ukuthwasa? Ukuthwasa is very important, because if you don't respond, at least obey those spirits, they can even kill you. They can destroy you, especially umdawe and inzusa. Those spirits are very, when they want you, they want you. Doesn't matter. Those ones, when they need you, they need you. You have got no choice. Everything, hell will break loose if you don't obey them. Hell will break loose. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's a pity that we're speaking about, we spoke about umdawo, and that also happens to be the very same spirit that is used for Ufemba. That is the spirit that will Femba.
Yes, that's a spirit.
And we spoke of it that very few people get Twasiswat umdawo right, because it is not understood correctly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So which also means that which then makes me get to the conclusion that a lot of people will be Twasiswat before they get Fembwat, because it's not a lot of Gobelas that actually know how to Femba or that actually Femba.
Yeah.
Not even the referrals are called. If you get people will be referred to be Fembwat, but the Femba, because of the nature of the Dao spirit and Fembering, the Fembering is not done correctly, and people Twasa go on with the initiation, and they Twasa with also still being possessed by all these other spirits that should have been removed before the actual initiation itself.
Yeah, true. Because I remember one person went to Ukuthwasa, but things didn't go well with that person until I take that person for Ufemba. When I take that person for Ufemba, we find that that person has got what we call umfukwa or umdliwa. They are almost similar, you see. And you know, the person who was doing Femba was surprised with, how do you twasisa umuntu with this spirit? Because this umfukwa must be detached from the person first. I was twasisa umuntu with that type of a spirit. Because with that type of the spirit, the person will do nothing at the end of the day. Even if the person is twasa, but it will do nothing, will not heal anything, nothing. Even if the person was ready for initiation, but the person was supposed to be fembat and then fembile, so that we remove all those other evil, like wana umdliwa, so that the person will be able to work. And now the person is supposed to start afresh, go for initiation, but now she's supposed to be removed, go under cleansing first. They remove all those evil spirits. They detach the person from umdliwa first, because the person must be detached. Because if not detached, things will still go very bad. You see, and once now possess a person on such spirit, you must know that you are even giving that spirit more power. It's going to be even more and more terrible for that person. There are people whom we know, you might know them, Boko. After they twasa, things were even worse in their life. After they
it brings back to the importance of the topic the process because konakala somewhere kungumsebenzi kukulungisa kaloku kusebenzi kudulile as well kulungisa so it's very important to know what it is that you are getting yourself into. Ungadonswa nje umuntu udonswa ngumdumo uyahamba uyothwasa wathi nekuthi kahle kahle yini lento lo yoyena because mangabe bangakufembi if or you do not go fembing first what we're talking about is that awuyi kuyothwasa ungakafembi. I think that is what we're saying here.
Yeah.
Get yourself cleaned and then uhambe ke likhulume nawe ndoda uhambe ke uyothwasa ukuthi so ready. But dokufemba kumcoka lokucleana la kucaleni ungaze uthwase setinhole ditabe sesiyakwehlula kusasa. And also we highlighted the fact that it's very few people at this point that I'm a sangoma that but it's very few people that I know that I would say that I would get up to go and femba. Actually, there's not a single one here that I would go femba with. Not a single one here in South Africa. I would go to Zimbabwe, I think, because of the Ndau spirit nature there and the proximity to the oceans, and also because they're just Ndau spirit. It's not foreign to them. That is why it would make sense to femba there. It's not a foreign spirit to them, so they have a good understanding for it. And then there's the Swati. That's where I got femba before your twice.
Yeah.
From a referral actually from you good. And
yeah.
That experience was totally different from the experiences of Ufemba that I have experienced this side. But luckily, because of consultation and being good, little leader, little will guide you to the people that you need to be helped by. So I was led to you and you were able to, and remember that we had not even met. We spoke about the Femba thing and where it was going to happen. So the finding and the listening to spirit to get guidance in your journey, in Duaso itself, is a big deal. Things are send it in wrong. But where does Gufemba originate from? Are you able to explain that? Because
no, obviously it's what you see. Like normally the common spirit that are found here, we have got umdawe, we have got umnguni. Umdawe, it's not for a matambo, which is a matambo. The originality of Femba, umdawe. Umdawe, sometimes we call it umdashani. Maskuma umdawe, says it umdashani. Umdashana lo, master yako kufemba. Because when you talk of umdawe, it's the principal of emadlozi. If we are a person, kuzophuma qala nabakushayela kuzophuma mhlambe umnguni. Ubele ukhulume kwenziwe
the nature of umnguni.
Yeah, but you know why umdawe won't come first? Because umdawe is a king. A king uma ngabe kukhulunywa uma ngabe when possible you know ebukhosini inkosi becomes the last one to speak. Bazokhuluma once even nabe boye ku function kunenkosi. If you want to know ukuthi phela nini function, by the time the king speaks, you know what now is the end of the function. Yeah, so he has ukuthi ayisiyokudla manje function is good. So the same thing umdawe because he is the principal of most of the spirit. Is the bungoma. Is the king one, the superior one. Comes and nguwo ocontroller issue yekufemba nguye isource yekufemba umdawo.
Yeah.